I've been saying strive for more awareness, more consciousness. I want to stay on that point because it's extremely important. More awareness of your physicality, more awareness of your vitality throughout the body, throughout your being. More awareness of your emotional power, emotional landscape, emotional vitality, emotional consciousness. Be more aware. Be more aware of the depth of silence in your being. And silence doesn't mean that you stop speaking. It's what is at the back, the place where there is the noise in the mind, where the ego has lost its center of being and is somewhere on a limb. And most of all, be aware of what is happening in the mind. Be mindful. It's the most important one because that's where your self-consciousness is. That's where the ego or ahankara is. And the beauty of the Sanskrit word, it says that the ego is an I maker. Ahamkar. The maker of identities. The role player, the masquerader. But what is behind that is infinite seeing, that ego. Infinitely intelligent. Seeing. What unites seer, seen, and seeing is the transcendence into only seeing. So when you shift the center, so there is only seeing, then seer is seen, which is the ego. So if you can see without a seer, you're transcending. And if you can see the many roles of the seer, the ego, then you are more in transcendence. It is not so important just to be observing, nitpicking every thought, censoring every thought. So all day you're censoring thoughts. You can get caught in that. Oh my God, a bad thought here. Oh my God, a good thought here. How do I stay in this one and remove the bad? How do I get rid of the bad? And you're continuously fighting getting rid of the bad. No. You need to see both are like, both are imposters. One in unrighteousness, so to speak, and one in righteousness. No. Transcend. So you're seeing the good thought when it's there, and you're seeing the bad thought when it's there, and you're treating both alike. You're seeing what the good thought is doing for you, and you're seeing what the bad thought is doing for you. And then you're better able to move away from the morality of the thought. Understanding that we have the nature to produce two. It is we who brand them good and bad. They're just thoughts of different quality, of different intent. So when we stop that moral judgment and we just see thought, bad thought, good thought, bad energy, good energy, toxic energy, non-toxic energy, then we have a more transcendental seeing. So when we see all the patterns within us, ego patterns, then we are truly witnessing the mind. If you don't see the ego patterns and you're caught in your mood and your subtle ego, how can you call that true witnessing? That's being caught in the ego witnessing. True witnessing is transcendental witnessing. It transcends the morality, transcends the judgment. It sees only energy. Energy is not good or bad. It's energy. It's pure energy. It's how you channel it. How does the ego channel? So you need a good ego in the process. So in transcendence, you are able to cultivate a good ego without being caught in it, which is self-righteousness. Without being caught in it, which is self-righteousness. Oh, I'm better than you. I have a purer ego than you. You know that game? So this whole idea of mindfulness should be really understood. Because it's not an ego seeking to be mindful. It's not an ego judging every thought. It's giving up this whole idea of the moral judgment of thoughts and coming to the place where you can actually feel consciousness and energy. And where you can transcend the judgments and come into a place of transcendence. Then you're really witnessing. And then you can get the noise, get rid of the noise in the mind. The background noise, the subconscious noise. There's a lot of subconscious activity happening inside of you. Transcendence, seeing, helps us to get rid of that. And I told you how important it is to go to bed. Because whatever you incessantly think about before you go to bed is going to subconsciously run. That's how the mind is made up. The ego continues its subconscious activity. Ego is not only conscious, it's subconscious. You have tapes running on the inside, and that brings you in different moods. Oh, why am I feeling this way today? It might well be a subconscious mood that you didn't resolve. Some friend you were angry with, and you felt a little guilty. Something you said, and you felt a little guilty, and it stayed subconsciously there. And you can't pick up, why am I feeling this way? And suddenly, it dawns on you that this thing that happened this morning has been there subconsciously. And when you resolve it, everything changes. And it's easy to see the moods. The eyes change, demeanor change, expression. We are caught in either sadness or happiness, as the case may be. Or some neutral feeling that we're just neutral. So, observing the mind, it can be an exciting adventure if you have the right mindset, the right intent. That has been a lifelong adventure for me. From a child, I was already conscious of my thoughts and what I could think about people without them knowing it. And that for me was fascinating. I could think negative about you right in front of you and you don't know it. And I could mask my mood so you don't know as a child. So I played with this, never really understanding the science behind it. Only when I got into the metaphysical realm, then I began to understand that was a skill. And I learned how to use it in a sattvic way. That's a skill that I have. I know what's happening inside of people, but I don't tell them. if they don't need to know. And that gives me the joy of patience, just introducing the information that they need, and being able to play the game with them, and just be exactly what they need me to be in a moment. Seeing them more, and helping them without them knowing it to grow. So I keep people in their power. I only challenge them when I know that they can manage it. But it becomes an exciting game of helping people, supporting people to grow in consciousness. That's my passion. So striving for more consciousness in the mental field or off the mental field is extremely important. It's the primary practice. And don't be caught unawares during your conscious state. Don't be caught unawares. Try to stay throughout the day conscious of the tendencies that you have, of the behaviors that you have. And don't judge them. Don't say, I'm not good. Oh, I'm so good. No, don't judge. Try to always be appropriate. Use the mood that is required in the space, the role playing that is required in the space, but always know that you are not the role. You are the infinite divine manifesting through an ego in an adventure in consciousness. That's what life is. It's a journey in the consciousness realm, moving from finite to the infinite. It's a journey in consciousness. And it's an energy journey in consciousness. The ego is only energy. Ahankara is only an energy plane in the consciousness, an energy instrument in the consciousness. So life is a journey in consciousness. It's an energy journey in the consciousness field. Know it. Live it. And stay in the evolutionary process. That's what life is about. Evolve. Don't devolve. The infinite did that already. We are a result of a devolution process. Our goal is to evolve, not devolve. And don't try to stay too long at a particular step. We need to move. Someone will shove us up. Don't wait for the shove. Learn to walk the steps. One step at a time. Don't try to jump many steps. You might trip and fall and come back to a lower step. Don't do that. One step at a time. This is my Sunday darshan message to you. Stay blessed, everyone. Namaskar.